Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Cal, bringing you another video on the channel. Hey guys doing? What's going on? It's your boy, Cal. So today I'm feeling real good, man, Just got back from the gym, hit some really nice lifts for the first time in a while. Had some great conversations. It's nice outside. It's beautiful, I'm connected with my soul, and man, I cannot describe to you guys. Everything around you is complete. I say this time and time again on this channel. We are in heaven. Everything around you, although your perception, your thinking, your thought habits may not tell you this story, once you let go of your thinking and you can become one with everything around you, you realize how perfect we are, how perfect everything around you is, and how connected you are to everything. Due to the fact, without this planet, nothing would be possible. Without the sun, nothing would be possible. Without the cosmos, without the Milky Way galaxy, none of this would be possible. Therefore, we are connected to everything around us. You look at this wall, although this wall may just, you may look at this wall and just like, that's just a fucking wall, dude. Like, deep below, I'm talking a higher reality. I'm talking a deeper reality, one that we cannot see, one that we cannot hear. I'm talking there are atoms on atoms in perfect harmony, trillions of atoms on the deepest level of reality. Scientists have discovered this a long time ago. We somehow work in perfect harmony, and somehow we create these issues, we create these problems that seem like problems, although they're not really problems. And this is really interesting to me because we've become so desensitized to everything so great around us, and I am guilty of this myself. I do it all the time. But I'm starting to realize that there's no such thing as good or bad. There's no such thing as dislike or like. Yes, within the human perspective, those relate, but those terms, good and bad, those are just terms. Those are just concepts. And yes, they are good to describe things, they are good to organize things, but ultimately, by placing that label on something, that becomes our filter through our own eyes, and that becomes how we see reality. And we no longer have viewpoints, we no longer have judgments. Those judgments and viewpoints and views, perspectives, whatever you want to call it, they have control over us, because once we attach something to something, we feel as though, even though it might not be in our conscious awareness, subconsciously we may be attached to that certain view, whether it be Democratic, whether it be Republican. Everything is perfect around you. Let go of all the labels. Let go of all good and bad. Let go of all likes and dislikes. Nothing is bad. Everything is complete. Even if you stab a man, and I know this sounds crazy, and I am not promoting murdering by any chance, but when you kill someone, that is a complete action. You put all moral values to the side. Put everything to the side. What happens is complete, because that standard, right? When that standard goes away, right, and you throw it out the window, there is no standard. You realize everything that is complete, due to the fact you're no longer viewing it from an imaginary standpoint where you have higher imaginary expectations. For example, like when I get a bad grade on a test, I think that's a bad grade and I feel negative emotions towards it. But that is just the grade I received. It's just what is. It's just what, like, regardless of what viewpoints I have, it's just a C or it's just an A. And yes, I am not by any means disregarding any concepts, any analysis. No, those are great, but they have their place in society. But ultimately, we need to realize and we need to recognize the what-isness of this world. I am not saying by any means go out and kill someone, but I'm saying everything that happens, every single action you make, regardless of the past, regardless of the future, everything within the now is perfect here and now, within this present moment. When we can realize this, we can become one with everything around us, and we are no longer living in an ecosystem, we are living in an ecosystem. We as humans are animals. Whether we like it or not, we are animals. We are life itself. We are manifested consciousness on this world. And so when I say connecting with your soul, connecting with your consciousness, I mean connecting with that formless awareness. And you might be like, okay, what is that formless awareness, Cal? That formless awareness is, if you've ever worked out before, and let's just say you're doing a bicep curl, right? And you have a mental connection to your bicep, and you have all your focus and your attention on your bicep, and you can feel your bicep even more. It's like an enhanced feeling. That is your formless awareness. And so when you practice things such as meditation, such as open eye sensory practices, such as just viewing things without good or bad, and you're just accepting all that is, you're just observing, right? You're effortlessly observing. This is your soul. And you can, within this silence, within this kind of state of just beingness, you can connect to the most peaceful state of mind. This is something I really want to specify in this video. Throw your beliefs out the window. It's okay to have surface level beliefs, but I'm talking those deep beliefs that you hold on to with dear passion, because ultimately those are taking a toll on your mental state. And yes, it is okay to have these beliefs, but once those beliefs start to control you and you're no longer open-minded and you're no longer willing to listen to other people, and this happens a great deal of times within the rhetoric of politics, that's why I view it from an observer, effortless standpoint. And I'm open to everything. I'm open to everything. Politics is not a bad thing. It has just manifested into a bad thing. And you notice how I use bad and good. I'm using these in humanistic terms. When I say there's no such thing as good or bad, I'm using a universal perspective. The universe does not give a fuck about good or bad. Those are man-made terms. And since they're man-made, they don't exist outside of the human perception, if that makes sense. But through you being able to realize how complete you are, how you are already enough, how everything around you is whole, you begin to resensitize yourself to the real world. And this is significant due to the fact you're no longer living in the illusional matrix, man-made world of becoming, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. But you want to take a step back and remind yourself of what the real world is. So a kind of cool analogy to understand this is, imagine yourself as an ice cube, right? Inside of a glass filled with water. That ice cube forgets that it's water. It's just in a different form. Through this, you kind of understand how when you take these concepts such as good and bad, you take different forms, right? So let's just say good. I'm no longer water, I'm the ice cube within that water. But since I'm a different form, I think that I'm not water anymore. But the truth of the matter is, I have always been water. I'm just in a different form, and that's all this. Everything in the unmanifested has manifested into a different form, if that makes sense. And so that soul, that formless awareness is everything around you. It has consciously manifested into all these different forms, but we believe that all we are is this physical being. No. Really sit down with yourself in silence. Stop thinking just for a second. Remove the I from your mind. I do this constantly, where I find myself going on autopilot, thinking, causing suffering within my life, and I'm forgetting how everything is complete around me. There is nothing wrong with thinking. Thinking is a tool. It's not who you are. If you can realize that, this is where the awakening starts to happen, and it is not a complicated process at all. Although what I'm saying may sound complicated as fuck, all you gotta do is just sit there in silence, let everything be that is. And what does that mean? You just sit there effortlessly, bro. You're just like, okay, focusing on your breath, focusing on your empirical senses, your five senses, what you're seeing, what you're smelling, what you're hearing, everything. Just let everything be. Surrender to the moment. Be in the here and now, because that is the most real thing you'll ever be in. Not some imaginary state about vacation, not some past event with a relationship that causes this illusional suffering, this unneeded suffering, and stop identifying with your mind. And this is where the shift begins to happen. And this is at least my spiritual journey, my spiritual experience is where I am heading. And I feel as though, since I'm already complete and whole, I am on a great path. This path is always in the now, and it always has to occur in the now. There's no future, there's no past, all there is now. So I love you guys. Hope you have a great day. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I will try my best to clarify. I know sometimes I can get really overcomplicated, but please question what I'm saying. Don't believe me. Don't trust a freaking word I'm saying. See it for yourself, because I used to watch these type of videos and I used to think people are like conspiracy theorists. But then once I actually resonated personally while meditating, while being outside in nature, I uncovered the cover of who I truly am. A conscious being having a human experience. I know who I truly am. And I know how powerful, I know how significant we all are. I am not by any means better than any one of you watching this video. I am equal to everything around me. Although it may appear that I'm better, the absolute truth is I'm not. Love you guys. Love yourself because I love you, baby. And yeah, peace the fuck out. Ooh, ooh, ooh.